Long
This
time.
meeting is being recorded.
A long time, brother. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity, and I welcome everyone tonight to trainings. This is Safio Global and the training. So I'm going to take us in a different dimension tonight, and we're looking at, of course, I remember some of the training we had either last year or early this year. We talked about, I talked extensively about Safio Global, Zenith Technology as an ecosystem, and then quite unfortunate, sometimes what is worthwhile may not be good hearing, and what people want to hear may not be what is obtainable. And what is obtainable sometimes will be given and people will not recognize it on time until they are obvious. Now, when we talk about ecosystem, I'm quickly going to share something with you that may shock you, and so that I was with this guy, right? I was with this guy called Midas in 2019. And it's a financial freedom for every investor by the end of the bull run. Our generation is lucky to see the fundamental change in modern economies. Limitless peer-to-peer value transfer that started with Bitcoin will form the new man with limitless opportunity, To give you an idea of what you understand by an ecosystem. And now looking at an ecosystem where you can build, financial capacity. And that's exactly what you are seeing on Zenith Safio Global. And looking at an ecosystem, you have opportunity for the system to build and source for a worthwhile opportunity and bring to you as a whole. And in today's cryptocurrency venture, it's one of some of those platforms or companies does, but they do not really make it available for common people. Example of it was a platform that is a US-based platform that is more like a venture platform. Now, in the venture platforms, what they do is to source for opportunity that can help, and investors can invest into it after they have perused and then, authenticate it, as it were. Now, what a luck you have! But please write it down today. You may be surprised after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years that the opportunity that will come may not be too damn easy, like the way you could have what we're having right now. Why? Because that time, companies, institutions, capitalists will be interested in banking with Safio. And when they come in to say, please give us this share. Now, Safio may not be able to deny them in all, because that's part of the financial backup a company will have. Now, it may be that you'll be stretched further to rest up your own standard to meet up with the requirement. Now, if the venture capitalists are going to take larger portion of the portfolio that will be available, maybe in the tokenized project, in the real estate, what will be available may be that, okay, because to honor you as our old customers, if you have up to 10,000 Zenith coin in your back office, we'll give you slots. And that time, it's very possible that you probably have done what I did to myself on Helium coin. And now, if they give you that opportunity, like example, when we're giving the opportunity that if you have 10,000 Helium coin, you can be a validator in the staking of Helium. Now, some of us have thousands and several thousands, hundreds of thousands of Helium, but we have sold it cheaply because we want to make money. And only 10,000 was required. If I must be part, it's either I must have been part of the people that have Helium from the very insignificant amount of money from the day one. And right now, then I can go ahead to stake because I have 10,000. Or alternatively, I'll be forced to buy, as at that time, what it would cost me to buy 100 or 10,000 Helium was over $390,000 or thereabouts, something like that. Give and take almost $400,000 required me to have 10,000. Now, why am I saying this? Safio is face to face with you now about staking. Now, let me quickly show you guys something about staking. Staking is practically one of the biggest backbone of cryptocurrency, if you do not know today. Now, we have different staking platforms ordinarily and different staking ecosystem, right? And those stakings, we have what is called custodian and non-custodian staking. Okay, now some are DeFi, some are just wallet. Now in the wallet, most stakings, and that's why Safio will tell you, Avinoc is not our product, but Avinoc use our product for staking. And what's the product they use for staking? The product that is used for staking is not Safio product. It's a product that belongs to Zinc. And the product that belongs to Zinc that it being used for the staking is not a custodian product. What do we mean by it? Not a custodian product? It's a decentralized wallet, an independent wallet, where Zinc will not have authority over how to restore security on the platform. They can update it. Maybe over time you go and study about wallet. Now, so staking had been, and many people wouldn't know. And Safio have seen, oh, what do we do? The best way in an ecosystem, we want to help our community to be able to continue making money. And that's what the collaboration of Zinc. And so I'm not going to go detail of this. If not, to teach you about staking may take another 2 weeks intensive training. So the summary the Zinc as Safio Global have been able to do to put you through at a glance was a very perfect job, and it was commendable. Now, on the staking platforms, you have, for instance, we have different staking platforms. Many of you will not know. People are staking coins, so you are lucky. People are staking coins for 1% per year, so don't get it twisted. Look at it. People are staking coins just for 1% per year. There's some coin you will stake on crypto.com, what you are making per year. People are staking coin on Aave on compound for 0.44% per annum. Get to know. Now, you may say, no, why will I do that? It's very simple. Somebody who was opportune to have, let's say, 500,000 of a given coin. 500,000 of a given coin. And it's going to make 1% of it per year, multiplied by 0.01. That is 5,000. Why is it going to wait for this 5,000? Because the coin may have capacity to go to $20. Now, $20 multiplied by 5,000, that's about $100,000. What if the coin have capacity to go to $100? Now, $100 multiplied by 5,000, that's about 500,000. If you doubt it, what happened to when the coin was 9 cents, okay, multiplied by 100,000, that's just $9,000. Now, quickly I will go here so that we will know that there are stakings that you only make 1% per annum. There are staking you make 2% per annum. Now, what you need to know is that I need to work very seriously to have more volume of that coin. I told somebody, if I ask you to stake just 1,000 Avinoc coin now, 1,000 Avinoc coin, it's going to cost you just barely about 330 euro, maybe give and take 370 or 380 euro, give and take. Now, you may not be interested, but let me ask us a question. If I ask if you have 1,000 Bitcoin now, and you have to stake it for 1 year for 1%, that is 0.01. 1,000 multiplied by 0.01, that is 10 Bitcoin. Now 10 Bitcoin multiplied by, I don't know what Bitcoin is now, let's say 45,000. That is 450,000 per year. Now, this is why they told you something about this very importantly, as I go straight away, I may not need to have too much time to start stretching on this. Now, it's now giving you an idea. Let's go here. Yeah, here we go. Quickly need to up here. Okay. Here. Okay. Now, this is a disclaimer. Please understand one thing about cryptocurrency as staking, minting, and all the like. Understand one thing very perfectly. And I'm going to use this. I've been telling people about cryptocurrency and what they need to understand. Please take note of this. If you want to pen it down, write it down and say Felix 2022. Every money you bring into cryptocurrency is a seed that must die to bear fruit. If you look at the money you brought in and you are panting on it as what is the major determinant for your growth, don't come into cryptocurrency. I'm not saying generally business. Business generally is like that, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to be very specific. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, investment in cryptocurrency is scriptural. Why? Except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abides alone. But if it fall into the ground and die, it brings more fruit. Meaning, the growth of your yield in the crypto staking is not a factor of your money. It's a factor of two things: accumulation of the volume of the coin and the potential growth of the value of the coin over the years. Now, so if you are going to stake on Avinoc now, please take note. If you bring $5,000, you are going to fail woefully. Look at it. That's why people don't grow financially in crypto. If you come to staking Avinoc now, and you brought in, let's do it practically, let's see how much is Avinoc right now, or coin market cap or whatever, so that please, that's where many of us get it all wrong. That's where many of us are still wasting our zinc and all of that, because we are not seeing what others are seeing, and we are not singing the same song. Avinoc, good. Now, this is Avinoc, 37 cents. Okay, if you want to have 10,000 Avinoc, so 10,000 Avinoc, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 10,000 multiplied by 0.337, let's say 5. Okay, that is $3,705. Now, let's say you're going to spend $4,000 on Avinoc to have 10,000. Let's put it that way. Please, for you to achieve the better result, what percentage they are going to give to you? If you say now, stake it for 1 year, and you are going to be earning, for that 1 year, you will earn, or give or take, 1.5%, or if you are staking through it, you are going to make 3%. Now, see where many people fail and why they follow Ponzi scheme. The person is going to say 3% per year. He will say, okay, 4,000 multiplied by 0.03. He said, God forbid, why will I invest? Why will I invest $4,000 and I'm going to make $120 for a year? No, I'm not interested. No. Your $4,000 is a seed that is already dead. What was your $4,000 exchange for? 10,000 Avinoc coin. What should be your concern at this point? It's not the $4,000, but the 10,000 Avinoc coin. Now, what is the next area of interest? The next area of interest is 3% of 10,000 Avinoc multiplied by 0.03. That is 300 Avinoc. Now, the next concern is the potential of the Avinoc in collaboration with Zinc. Number one, Avinoc as into aviation and booking and all this so-called, and come back to Zinc, community expansion. And so, oh my goodness, what is the probability or chances that this Avinoc will get to $100? Is it possible in the next 2-3 years or 1-2 years? Yes. Okay, if you get to $100, multiply by 100. That's what you are denying yourself of in the next 1 year or two by investing $4,000, which is a dead thing now, but because it's a seed that gave you 10,000 Avinoc, $4,000 should be out of place in your mind. It should be forgotten issue from your mind. What should be your focus is the 10,000 Avinoc you are able to buy. So that means when Zinc have been talking of staking of Avinoc and all of that, when it was 14 cents, was when you ought to have acquired Avinoc excess. So at that point, you are waiting patiently until when the staking gets started. Now, right now, it's still cheap. When it gets started, when you will now have more concern is when your $4,000 will not be able to buy even 2,000 Avinoc. So now you're able to generate this. I love this because that's where had been my area so long, so many years, staking. Before I move further, I want to show you guys something that demoralizes a lot of people where if they come around, they say, Felix is too slow. We bought coin, referred to as Matic, that everybody is clamoring about now. $1,000 bought 103,000 Zinc. $1,000 bought 103,000 Matic. And at a point, the price was going up. And I helped somebody again to buy about 65 Matic, 65,000 Matic with $1,000. And was stake. Get this. After the staking, the percentage was even big. But when we check how much the person will earn, the volume he will earn in a month, I think was about, is it $18 or 1 point something dollars? And many people were not interested. Then, when the coin moved, only the volume that was bought was now worth $145,000 from $1,000. Now, the accruer that used to be insignificant dollars in a month could make up to $3,500 on the 103,000 pieces. $3,500. $3,500. Why? Because the value has changed and I'm accumulating the volume. So 10,000 of 8,000 you are bringing or 4,000 you are bringing to buy the Avinoc coin, forget it, it's no longer your money. Have this understanding first. Not my money again. It was a seed that was planted to have the volume of Avinoc coin and to be staked. Your major concern now is how many volume of Avinoc am I getting and what is the potential of Avinoc over the years. Now, you begin to read more about Avinoc, what they do, and all of those things. That should be your concern. And that's one of the major areas where many people feel woefully today in cryptocurrency and they miss out on what will have made them millionaires. So for part of those things and those risk assessment was what they derive here, for you to know the price of this coin can go up and down. Okay? I like to give people this identity to understand where they're going, talk about price fluctuation, product complexity, lack of protections, and all of those. These are related risks that you can encounter. And for you to understand that the market can be manipulated. Let me use a practical example where you will not even go far. The same guys that talked here, that I showed you guys just now, this same guy, you see this guy? Let's go. You see this guy? Financial freedom for every investor by end of the bull run. Our generation is lucky to see the fundamental change in modern economies. Now, look at the problem that happened. And I love this. I kept telling my friends and people around that I love what happened to many people on that same project. And that's what may happen to a lot of people in Zinc Sapphire and the Avinoc staking now. Look at it. This coin, I was saying now, in 2019, I invested there, and to register and pay money and buy the coin was, I have to just fill Google form. There was no website, nothing. But that was when the potential was there. And people call me, like many people are telling you now, Zinc is a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme and all of that. And why you yield and stop investing, or you never invested, was the fact that you do not even know what you are looking for. And so, and I said, no problem. If it's a scam, let us get scammed and continue. Now, did you know that, as predicted by people, that these guys will not spend up to 1 year? When 1 year stay, they say the coin will done. And truly speaking, you know what? Because we bought the coin and stake it, one of the risks, the market can crash down while your staking is there. While we stake this coin, the coin was going up, and I have a person who still bought when it was $4. At $4, some people came and bought at 60. The market crashed. Look at it. I like practical so that you can learn, if you can learn and correlate your ideology. Now, look at it. The coin from $4 went down to this price, 0.0018. But look at it. We have already staked the coin. When it was $4, we didn't sell. I bought the coin when it was about 20 cents, 30 cents, 35 cents. No, 18 cents. Now, in that order, we staked the volume, it was there. The market came down to 0.001. Now, the person who used $4,000 or $5,000, the person who used $5,000 to buy this coin, divide by 4, he has 1,250 for stake. After like 1 year and all of that, he was getting accrual. Now, in January 20th, 2021, the volume of this, the price of this coin came down to that. Now, that means 1,250 coin that was bought at $4, which was $5,000 invested. Now, multiplied by the price at January 20th, 0018. Somebody is following me? That is $2.28. $2.25. Now, for a narrow-minded person who was crazy about the money he brought, which was a seed, who lacked the understanding that the money you brought was a seed, was not your money. The moment the money was dropped into buying the coin, and the coin was exchanged and given to you, your ownership, what you own now, was not $5,000 that was injected. Rather, what you own now is 1,250 of the coin. Now, you have taken it, they are giving you accrual. What is your concern now is the accrual you are getting and how the coin will grow. Eventually, the coin came down. That's your 1,250 coin, not your $5,000. Now your 1,250 coin has reduced into $2.25. As a man who lacked the understanding, you are going to call Felix, who invited you to those projects, and arrest him. Now, when you arrest him, Felix, perhaps who understand this, may just say, I don't want case, and then I pay you off and collect it. You say, it's an idiot. Now, in that same January, Felix come and tell you that, okay, since you still have this understanding, use $100 to buy this coin. With $100, you are able to buy how many? 55,555. Look at it. Divide by 0.0018. You are able to buy 5,555. With the prevailing price of this coin right now, multiply by $25. That is $1,388,888. Everybody will say, wow, but somebody endures by forgetting that it was not 5,000 that is my concern now for my volume of my coin. Now, that same volume now, 1,250 coin multiplied by $25. That is 31,250. That was the coin that was worth $2.25 just last year, January. That is a year, 3 months ago. Now, why do I brought this analysis? So that when you start your Avinoc, and the price change, your concern is not the money you invested, but the asset you got when the money was dropped into the system. So please understand this impairment. Now we go further. Staking market, of course, I've told you that's the big deal. That's the main thing in the crypto space. I've been telling people many years back, staking, masternode, tokenized tokens, and all of that. It's just to give you some of our analysis and staking reward, and then telling you about some coins that have been staked for many years. Like I use that Matic, $1,000 was invested to Matic. In 2 years' time. The staking reward made us not to sell the coin. And of course, $1,000, the base itself, the volume of the coin itself turned into $145,000. In fact, at the point when Matic was 2.7, it was about $189,000. And then the accrual alone was already, several times, maybe 50x than the money that was invested. So understand that the money you are bringing in is a seed that had died. Now, staking, what's the benefit of staking most time to the market? It grew it. Now, if you look at it here, let me quickly look at it. Just show here, staking reward, right? And now if you look at the staking reward, let's look at this, looking at this here. Okay. I want to see Cardano. Look at Cardano. So I like using live so that you will say they just use some slide and just show you. Now, look at the total market cap of Cardano. Okay, look at the total market cap of Cardano. 37,415,202,380 presently now. Look at what is locked. Total volume that's locked. Out of 37 billion, 28 billion is locked. What is total locked? 71.92%. Why? That's what people don't have access to, is locked, is staked. And that's the strategically what is happening, it will drive the price. Okay, so Avinoc, as it is Avinoc is a revolutionary and innovative solution to solve the main problems of the aviation business. You want to read more about Avinoc? Why not? You can quickly, even from your back office, you can click and then navigate to the Avinoc portal, and you can quickly come over to your dashboard, just so you're trying to, and then you come to Avinoc, and you're going to see Avinoc staking. When you click on Avinoc staking, and so that some person may not know how to navigate through, go to Avinoc and go to, go to Safio staking hint. So you can see the portal here. So you can quickly click the portal and it take you to read more about Avinoc as a coin, as a project. You can study a lot of things about it, about the aviation. So because of this training, I want to just pick the vital point so that we can move further. I always tell people, when you are in a crypto project, see how the company have external partnership, not just themselves alone. And so that's trending, because in the West they say if you don't because of palm oil to eat yam, you because of yam to eat palm oil. Now you bring two giant communities together, and they collaborate together, and then Zinc will pronounce Avinoc. Many of you don't know anything about Avinoc before. Can I tell you guys? Can I tell you that? We did airdrop of Avinoc 2018. Yeah. And price of Avinoc was perpetually down because nobody understood the potential of Avinoc. As at the time Avinoc was announced and all of that, most of our community members remember the Avinoc. Some have wasted it. One of my guys just called me from, was it Abuja? Said, I just saw plenty money in my wallet. What's happening? Because the Avinoc he just have in his wallet. Imagine if you had an opportunity to have staked the Avinoc 2018, 19, 20, 21, getting to 22. That's about 4 solid years. And he has staked and maybe getting 33% per year of the excess volume of Avinoc he has. Now, because of partnership, people don't know about Avinoc, begin to know more about Avinoc. Now, guess what? In Avinoc community, people don't know about Zinc, begin to know about Zinc. So it means it's dangerous to play with your Zinc. I'm not going to be surprised over time. Zinc coin, after all the minting, continue and all of that, a time may come we may be staking Zinc. Don't say I tell you. Nobody told me that. So the company never sent me to you. All right. So Avinoc, as it were, you need remember last year, the partnership of Avinoc was done in 2021. And of course, the activities now of the staking. I'm not going to go too much of this. You can read more detail about the project of Avinoc, and you want to know much about Avinoc, and then you can study more. So I want to know what's going to be your benefit. Now, talking about the staking, I've told you this about aviation company, and then of course you'll be hearing about Avinoc and VU. Of course, that is like booking platforms where you can book and make. It's like creating another industry in an industry. You know, there are some friends that will tell you, I don't know, I don't want to know about Avinoc. But when you give him a platform to just be booking, he may just be an ordinary customer and be helping the expansion of the company. So, but I tell people, I said, cryptos is a place where the active people make money for the passive and patient. So the active people are busy making the business activities happening, rate of turnover, then the patient just fold their hands and make passive excessive income with their patients. Okay, now let's go very quickly on the Avinoc and about the staking and what do I get from the staking. You know, okay, talk about where can I buy Avinoc. Of course, you can buy on La Token, you can buy on Uniswap, you can buy on the P2P platform, and that's other ones. Because I'm not going to just talk. I don't like. I don't like just flipping. I like life. Okay, so that don't say somebody lied to you. And then this is Avinoc. Okay, yeah, you can buy Avinoc on different exchange platform. Yeah, all right. You can buy on Uniswap. Okay, you can buy on BKX. Okay, I know that there's another platform where you can buy Avinoc, and if you check on CoinGecko, you can see other places where you can buy Avinoc. Like what I was telling you guys last time, as if you check Avinoc all time, it was partnership of Zinc that pumped this guy excessively, and you should know where he's going to. So there are community people who have wasted their own that time now. Wake up and begin to struggle and struggle and struggle for the coin, as it were. Okay, now so you can buy, you know, Avinoc and all of that. Like I told you guys, Zinc app is a non-custodian wallet. Please, when we talk about staking, we have custodian and non-custodian. Custodian, they are good though, but of course that means there's the element of interference. Okay, and that's why when you go to staking reward, you will see some, they will say, custodian, some they will say wallet. Let me show to interest dot blah 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 here. Look at it here. Yeah, let's go here. Okay, so look at it. It's just telling you this is a wallet, this is an exchange, this is a wallet, and then some are decentralized. Most of these, look at it. Let's go Polygon. I want to see other platform. Guys, don't worry, don't let your eye blink too much, because it's just to make sure that I'm giving you what is update, what's up to date, and you wouldn't save. So just to show you. So you can see platform where you are paying 1%. So it's not a new thing. And people are investing crazily there. Why? Because they know what they're going to get at the end of the year or at the end of the 1 year or 2 years. Okay, let's go very quickly because no time for that. Maybe you will have to consult Ambassador.
Dear Racco, please, you know, this is a news training.
Yes.
Don't because of the time, just do what we have to do. Those who are serious will wait till we finish. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Because some things are very vital, and then so that you look like gambling and some other things. So there are crazy things, so that don't look at what Safir have brought for you is a thing that people go for intensive and paid heavy training for. And so it's like, oh wow. And that was why we told you guys long time that don't see Safir and Zinc as just a business, but as an ecosystem that will bring, you will sit down and they will be bringing many things for you. So you already position yourself, but be careful I will remind people all the time, be careful not to lose your stake, because a time is going to come. It's not Sapphire that want to do it or Zenith that want to do it. I know how it has been. Like a platform I showed us not long, in 2009, it was Google Form. Nobody was interested. In 2020, few people were interested, but they call it scam. In 2021, many people don't want to talk about it. Towards the end of 2021, people will still say, are you sure, are you not sure? In 2022, when they come jump up, everybody is shouting. Now, everybody is compelled to do their KYC. Now, the platform begin to delist some coin. A time is going to come before you will be able to benefit from the system. They may ask you, this is the volume of the coin you should have. And I'm sure you know that's what Binance does. It's not all benefit you can enjoy on Binance today if you don't hold the Binance coin, like some Launchpad and all of that. So a time may come, I'm not going to be surprised if Sapphire start doing Launchpad, because they have seen that what make you to be a Launchpad or a platform that will welcome project onto your platform is the ecosystem you have built. You have built consumers that are looking for opportunity. So you become a bridging gap between the end users and producers. And then with that, the end users rely on you. This is our company that we have been customers to, or members or shareholders. Because remember, we told a lot of people when we started Zenith, we tell people, you are not, what you are minting in your Zenith was just your immediate reward. What is still coming is bigger than what you are minting. But be careful not to have sold your coins, should in case a need is going to arise. I can tell you categorically, time is going to come. There will be opportunity, either staking, more staking are coming. Don't take it wrong, more staking will come. Now, and the staking when they come, what will happen is that the company may have some other investors that they collect their platform from and bring it to Sapphire. And then the Sapphire will have to read an agreement that, please, some company want to take these major shares. For your people, please, it's not just an underrated project. For your company people, we want participants that understand the project. And Sapphire was okay, don't worry. For us to know people are very serious, let us see the volume or the stake of their Zenith coin they have. They may just come and tell you, for you to participate on the maximum level, you should have 20,000 Zenith coin. For you to participate at medium, you should have 10,000. The lowest, 5,000. Then you say, no, I'll be a member of Sapphire and all of that. Another one they may do. For you to participate, we consider the double or black top diamond, and then this diamond. Please, we can only take people lowest rank of double ruby or lowest rank of sapphire. A time may come, we said, what the people can take is, if you have no rank at all, forget it. If you have rank, we consider you like this and all of that. So please, I'm just giving you hints, okay? You know, this is a hint class. So now, please take note of this. Zenith app is a decentralized wallet and is non-custodian. And what do we mean by custodian and non-custodian? We have wallets that are custodian. Let me use an example. Crypto.com is a custodian wallet. Sensor is a custodian wallet. We have so many wallets that are custodian wallet. Those strong, but a non-custodian wallet example, Trust Wallet, Zenith Wallet, and all of that are not custodian. You know why? If you have misplacement of that wallet login ID or password, or the platform where the wallet was downloaded to is misplaced and is corrupted, whatever, Zenith as a company cannot reinstall that wallet for you. What you will need is what we call the recovery phrase. Why? Because it's non-custodian. No support from Zenith can reinstall it to you because your recovery phrase was in a cloud surface. That's what we call encrypted. Was an encrypted that cannot be deciphered by Zenith. So it is you alone that know it. And so once you don't have access to it, I want to disappoint you. Forget about the wallet. It's gone. It's not custodial. And that's why Zinc, when you are staking Avinoc on your Zinc app, what you are doing is you are authorizing a signature to be synchronized into the Avinoc coin to your wallet and allow authorization to it. Look at the additional security you now have, because it's now synchronized with your back office. So you now have like a kind of third-party authenticator that will stick it. I discovered I wanted to do something on one of my platforms the other day after I have synchronized my wallet to buy coupon. To buy coupon, I saw the thing popped up for me to authenticate or authorize from my wallet. That means if somebody who have access to my back office, I want to pick out money, they will demand, and my phone is with me. And if it's locked, the person who having the phone will not be able to peep into it. So please understand this. The Zinc app is a decentralized wallet. Of course, have other additional DApp applications that you can use on the Zinc app. Okay, now Avinoc staking, two options. Zinc is flexible. Savio make one thing very flexible that I love. What do? Our app is not limited to members of Savio Global, please. It's not limited to members of Savio Global. I'd like us to know something very importantly. You are a member of Savio Global. You are not a member of Zinc. Zinc is not a marketing platform. We have been saying this time without number, so that over time, when you see Zinc on some of those platforms and you click, and it will take you to Zinc back office or their blockchain, and then you now ask, I can't see Savio. You can't see Savio. You only presented the opportunity to participate on Zinc project. It's Savio that me and you were directly involved with, and Savio make provision for you to interact with Zinc and all of those things that are brought together. Please take note. Now, Zinc now say, or Savio now say, oh, good and fine. Anyone who go anywhere, download their wallet on their phone, I want to stake Zinc and want to stake Avinoc, they can still stake. But there's an opportunity bigger than staking outside. So, but the step, first of all, you must make sure you download Zinc. If I were you, anyone that come across my way, you tell them, take advantage of Zinc app. That was the same way we're using Trust Wallet. Take advantage of Zinc app, download it. It doesn't cost you any money. Download it, verify it. You can stake other coins. You can have other coins put there and then have it there, just store it. Now, number two, you can go to buy. Number two is to ensure you can add other coins there. You can add Avinoc, any other cryptocurrency added to your Zinc app. Now, you are to go before this. You are to go and synchronize your, what's it called? You have to go to synchronize your Zinc app to your Zinc Savio back office. Let me quickly do that so that everybody can see. Somebody was asking me, please, I noticed one thing. If your network is not strong, you may have difficulty. That's number one. Number two, if you have downloaded your Zinc app for long, try check your app, Google Play Store or your Apple Store to make sure that it's updated. Network to be strong, updated app. Then you go to account and go to security. You can see now, even tell me the phone where this app was. Can you see? It's as strong as that, and show me everything on that phone. That is the phone made itself. It shows the phone made, the product of the phone and everything about the phone that this was connected with. So you will see connect, and then of course you see this I've connected already. You're going to see this. Don't change to this, just allow it to be here. Thirdly, what I observe again, if it's in the daytime, if where you are maybe you're in a room, it doesn't have a good sunlight, reflection properly, it may not synchronize. So what you are trying to do is not synchronizing. Go out of the room. Go to where you have a clear light, not just trying to flash, touch light and all of that. No, outside, daytime light, and then you're able to synchronize. Then when you try to synchronize, I say error, ensure your network is strong. That's where you can have issues. Strong network, out, to daytime light, and then ensure that the app is updated, then you are good to go. If you have this, you shouldn't come back complaining that you couldn't do the needful about connecting your app. So that is taken care of. Now, we're going to go to, this possibility that are given to you is that you can actually stake Zenith independently, having your Zenith app, having your Zenith app, go to exchange, buy Avinoc, put it on the app. Once the staking starts, you can just take it freelancely. Now, the two possibilities they're giving to you is the first possibility, you don't need to be a member of Zenith and all of that, a Sapphire, and then you can stake. But what is the edge? What is the edge of being in Sapphire and then to stake? Is there any edge? Number one. So first possibility is when you stake independently outside being a Sapphire member, if you stake for 1 year, you have 1.5%. For 3 years, 7.5. That means per year is 2.5. 5 years, 18.75. That means per year, 3.75. 10 years, 50%. That means per year, 5%. 15 years, 82.5. That is 5.5. Thank God I've shown you guys here that you could see some staking that you are getting how many percent? 1%. Or where you go here? Okay. Miami ideals on system so much, okay, and then and then you can see a whole lot of things. So you can see 3.5%. Here. Okay, can see on crypto.com 1%. You can see even Bitfinex 0.11%. Meanwhile, these are custodians, okay? Now they can do anything and say they want to upgrade and leave you, and something can happen. But we use them, okay? But ought to know that people are staking just for 0.11%. Why? I want to hold coin for the next 5 years. Why will I just keep it when I can have a place where it can be accrued more? That's it. And not just accrued, I need to be sure of the security of the place. And that's what you need to know. So you will ask me, Felix, why would somebody stake for 0.11% where there's a place he can stake it for, look at it, 10%? Now, I'm not saying this guy's security are not good, but if you verify and see the security of this guy are better than this, to hell with the 10%. It is better for me to be secure with 0.11% with rest of mine than here, when I hear they say they are updated. Let me use a practical example. There's some person, no matter how much money you are making on Hotbit, they rather trade on Binance. Now, because they can't cope with the frequent update and upgrade of Hotbit. So just understand that, okay? So, because they know that some exchange now do insurance. So if there are any issues, money is safe. They can quickly. I remember when Binance was asked so many years, about 2 years or something, the number of Bitcoin that was lost was amount to about $41 million. And then people were like, wow. And then one of their maybe directors or something or shareholders called and said, we want to give them money to support. He said, no. He said, we are hot, but we're not broke. Come on. $41 million was fixed within a few seconds, and then they move on. Now, but there are exchange that their total shares is not even up to $10 million. So if they had them worth of 30 million, that would know what happened to an exchange about 3 years ago. Was this exchange Cryptopia? They're nowhere now. So these are some of the security. Now, if you stake independently out of being a Zenith, a Sapphire member, where you connect it to your back office, this is what you have. Now, number one, you make a lesser percentage. Number two, you don't have free benefit to now build an ecosystem to make extra money on, being on dealership activities. Okay, so you have it that way. And let me just go quickly down at this time. One of the good things is this. your staking reward, if for instance, you stake for 5 years, and then you stake, and then for 5 years, you're going to have, let's look at it here. For 5 years, you're going to have 18.75. Now, let's say you stake, let's say, oh, and just go here, sorry. There we go. Let's say you stake, 10,000 pieces, okay? 10,000 pieces. 10,000. Okay, 10,000 multiplied by 0.1875. That's about 1,875. Now, 5 years, so divide by 5. 375. Divide by, okay, 365. So that means every day you're going to be getting 1.02 Avinoc. So it's coming, and I'm going to explain to you what they talk about. It's going to be like a fungible, and to avoid fee of harvesting or claiming. So now, but every day you're going to be having this continually, not until the end of the 5 years. Now it's going to come to a point, like I told you guys, that I have a staking now on Matic that what is earning in a month is more than $3,500. Now it's coming every day. So imagine that. So every day is coming. So at the end of the month, I can decide to say I want to pick that and still leave that my volume of the coin to continue brewing and giving me money. So you can see that you'll be making excess money being in Safio from different steps. Okay, so let's go further. I just hope somebody is attentive and learning. Okay, so distribution comes every day, not that to wait at the end of the month after the staking time. That's what they're telling you here. Staking reward back to your wallet, having a token distributed into your respective NFTs. Now, I'm not going to go detail about NFTs, but NFTs just like we call something, when it says fungible and non-fungible, what's the difference? Fungible, non-fungible is that a non-fungible is it have a unique identity, and it can be claimable, and it have its own uniqueness that you cannot, not a fungible is like what have a close substitute. They have a close substitute. If I don't go for this, I can go for this. But what is non-fungible, it does not have a close substitute. If it's this, you call it, but everything about it is just unique to it. And so with that, I can always use it to redeem and all of that. We may not go to NFTs so much detail about NFTs, but just know that the company is up to date to tell you that we are going with trend of activities. And so when you earn, because if it's in a coin, because in NFTs, we have something we'll call NFT token and NFT as an asset. So NFT tokens, you want to spend, you want to do it, you pay some fee. NFT as an asset may not require unnecessary fee. Now, maybe that would be another class for another day. So fungible, it's unique. It does not have a close substitute. It is and it is. So the way it is, and they have a uniqueness, but fungible, it has a close substitute. You can say, if I don't want Bitcoin, you can give me Ethereum. Okay? If you don't want Ethereum, you can give me Chainlink. But this, it is this, and it only represents itself. It cannot be replaced by another thing. It's not interchangeable. Okay. So now, but you get your reward. So additional value, okay. Now, crazy thing, many people have not checked about this. Now, because of this unique system, now Zinc, you can see why you must be careful not to touch your Zinc anyhow. Logically, as the staking going on, and people are claiming their reward to spend and all of that, there is a portion that is paid in a smart contract, not that Avinoc will not give to Zinc, it's already programmed in a smart contract. Now, all these will be now converted 5% to buy Zinc coin every time. To buy and do what with it? To burn. Now, and we used to check something in tokenomics of a project. We now said, do they do coin bond? so that when there's some excess, when there's some coin burn, because company will do intentional buyback and then burn it, that's where you see a market draw up. That was exactly what Midas did when the market was at 0.0018. When people were like selling and all of that, they were buying back, burn it, compress back and all of that. The market moved from that price, then go to $2, $3. When it was $5, people were still singing song. That's what it's at $25. It has done $28 all time high. So people who were informed about what was going on that time knew why the market was going on. So every transaction and withdrawal, claiming that is done, part of it is converted to buying Avinoc coin and burn out of circulation. And you know what it means. All right. Now, the second possibility, which nobody, in fact, if you have your friend who have not joined Zenith, is the time to bring him to Zenith. Why? He know about staking, right? He know about staking. And then what did he do? What did he need to do now? Number one, you are going to tell him to register on Zenith. Now, those of you who have registered in Sapphire, sorry, and bought a package, congratulations. You don't have so much job. That's why it's looking so common to me and you. If you have not registered, you don't have it, whatever, and then you are going to start to like register a package and connect your wallet, you know what it is. Now, being a registered member already, opportunity two is for you, number one, download your wallet, which you have already. If you do not have, go and download. Next, go to your back office and do what I've said by connecting it. I showed you, go to your account, go to security and click connect and do the necessary thing. Now, what's the opportunity for you? A man who is not in the ecosystem is going to get 1.5%. For you that are going to stake and you have it connected, look at three things here. Anybody can have Zenith app without necessarily being part of Sapphire. But you are 3 in 1. Avinoc, Zenith app, Sapphire member. So somebody who have bought the Avinoc and have the Zenith app, 1.5. Avinoc, Zenith app, Sapphire member, congratulations, you are having additional 1.5, which is 100% more for 1 year. 3 years, Avinoc and Zenith app, 7.5. Avinoc coin you bought, congratulations, you move it to your Zenith app, congratulations, you have this. Oh, your wallet was connected to your Sapphire back office, and then you stake, you are 3 in 1, Trinity, then you have additional 100% more, 75% plus 75% is going to be 15%. Then yada, 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 continue that way. Now for 15 years, 165%. Now, somebody asked me one day, said, you mean I can stake coin for 15 years? I say, don't be a joker. You never wish you were part of people who bought Bitcoin 2009. Where with $20, you will have got 200,000 Bitcoin. You always wish you were there, but now the opportunity are presented to you, you will shout, are you sure I can stay to do this? It's always like that. People want result, okay? So 3 in 1, this is what you have. So you can now see the first opportunity of why I need to connect with my Sapphire. If I'm presenting this to person who want to stake, I don't see reason why he just need to stake with this without registering on Sapphire and then be able to maximize this opportunity. That's number one. Now, when using this, it's important, just like I've explained to you, you must connect it, and they are telling you be serious and be very security conscious of your wallet. It's not about writing your code down. It is important to you protect your code. And then the other possibility is that you can compound. Look at it now. Let's go here, everybody. Now let's go here. Let's say you are going to use compound interest. Okay. Let's go here. Let's say, forget about the dollar. So let's say this is Avinoc coin. Let's say you're staking 10,000 Avinoc coin. Okay. And then you're staking 10,000 Avinoc coin. And there you go. Yearly percentage. Maybe you stake for how many years? You stake for 5 years, and the 5 years is how it works. What's the percentage? Let's go here. Okay. So 5 years now, so 37.5. Okay. Okay, so let's go. 37.5. Okay. Now, for how many years? 5 years. And then you decide to compound. Yeah, compound. So let's say, I don't know, maybe the daily will be available, but whatever. So let's go. I decide to compound. So if I compound, what's going to give to me here? So you can see now, what was take 10,000. Can you see? 5 years, okay? The first year, this 14,000 as additional or 4,000 plus because I'm compounding. Second year, third year, fourth year, and the fifth year. Now, your 10,000, when I'm doing daily compounding, compound interest, is going to, forget the dollar value, is going to be 65,000. Now, don't worry. Many people have not understood this when they tell you about staking the 3%, because why that percentage look at auto compounding when it coming, you'll be a surprise to yourself. So I would advise you, when they start, we settle down again and understand the dimension through which the compounding is going to go. If it's yearly, if it's daily, compound interest is the 7 wonders of the world. But people don't understand. People are so short-sighted, okay? People are so short-sighted that, you know, they tell you, I don't know, I want to make money now, it's going to waste my time. That's why you become a slave. Okay? So compounding, you know, just like, okay, here. So the first year, compound 10,000, and that first year, compound. That's another day class, okay? Now, you can now see those of you in Sapphire now, by now, you know we have a long way to go. We have a big job to do, that you need to be conversant with what is happening. It's just like mathematics. If you leave it for 2 days, you leave it for 1 year. And so we have a lot of things, so that, please, I just pray and I hope somebody who will not be like, I was there when the people that started Sapphire. When did you come? And somebody say, man, we started staking of Zinc on Sapphire. He said, but that was a product that came later. He said, but I have another staking now. You say, no. It was only Avinoc, but I have not staked. He said, oh, you're missing. No miss for staking Avinoc. The guy said, maybe that's what many of us don't know. This Avinoc staking may stay for some months, may stay for maybe this year. And the company didn't tell me. And another one will come. And then they reach the band which they want to reach, and they say, okay. And people will now be doing their compound interest. You want to come in, they say, no, this is what we have now. Now, the what should be enough for a while. Okay, so now, what's the next thing? So I'm giving you the possibility of the second thing that you need to know, and the opportunity to compound, which is crazy. And the more people compound it, now listen to me. When you compound in staking, it's counted to be a withdrawal. Please take note. Hello. When you compound in staking, is given to be a withdrawal. That's why when you compound in staking, or you add money in staking, the old one will got withdrawn and add to the old one. So it's recorded as a new money coming in. So that 5% auto used to buy Zinc. Every compound made, buy new Zinc coin and burn it. So imagine how people will be interested to make more money, and compounding is going on, and then Zinc coin is bought and getting burned automatically. Okay, now the next you clearly need to know, staking as an investor, and what's the benefit of the staking to you as a business owner, as a distributor, all right, as a dealer in Sapphire. You make more money through a compound. But let me tell you now, what do we do? There's something very importantly. that just a little bit change in the system for the percentage profit. The ecosystem must be recognized, the 360 ecosystem must be recognized, which is the hardware and other products around the system. Number two, quickly look at it so that we can go. You know that we have the blockchain tech and the head tech. Now, these are the physical product, all right? These are hardware product. Now, what the company is now saying, when you stake, how do we go about it? I'm going to go very fast at this point. It's a thing you are already used to, but just take note of this. What we used to have here in the uni level is still to the 15th level. What we used to have here is 9%. Now they give you laudable and laudable 10%. Now, when somebody stake, okay, it's calculated based on those levels, because sometimes, and I will advise you, this is why we've been telling people that when you come into Safio, do on time. When you have built a network and you made money, it is important you do on time to pick reasonable package, at least a hub. So that a time will come, you'll be compelled to pick a hub. But at that time, being compelled to pick a hub, you will not enjoy the volume of coins people enjoy that time. But you'll be compelled. Why? Because of the immediate benefit that's going to enhance you for. Safia will say, if you don't have a hub, yes, you can't get it, you can't get it, you can't get it, and you want to get it. At that point, say, how much is a hub? 1,500 euro. Please, please, please. Because why? The person wants to stake 20,000 euro. Just let me get it. It doesn't matter. At that time, he's only getting it for a license for this product. And now he will have gotten it and get more volume of the coin. And now it's just a free will asset. Like some of us now, if they're asking you, okay, you need to have up to a number of Zenith coin, you don't bother because you know you already have it as an asset for you. So a time should come. Let me tell you something that many of us have not known. Like the crazy thing that's happening on NFTs now. Many of you don't know what NFT is used for. What is it? What the hell of this monkey face, this and that? Those things, they are used like what we call collateral. Let me show you guys something. You know, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I just hope somebody. All right. Quickly want to show you guys something. Yes. It's crazy, right? It's going to be massive. NFTfee.com. So see your Zenith coin as not just a coin. Okay, what do you see here? Borrow, Ethereum, DAI, borrow, lend. Now, what are you going to use to borrow here? Use the NFTs you own to access liquidity you need. So a time is going to come on Safio platform, a project will come. Safio will tell you, for you to access this, you need, they're not going to collect the money, they're not going to collect the coin. Just make sure you have this volume of this coin in your back office. Now listen, at that point, you can benefit from investing in this tokenized project. Now, your Zenith coin become like a monument that is attracting, it becomes like a wisdom of Solomon that people are now coming to buy. It becomes like a collateral. So you are now, you have the coin to be there. So you'll be waiting. Which project are they going to bring again so that we can just keep our Zenith? And imagine where you kept the Zenith there, Zenith price is going, and you are benefiting from that project. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's what's already happening now for this taking. So let me quickly wrap up this so that you know that, okay, the same dynamic operation news, okay, forget about, you know about this before, you know, account that's not activated on the package. At this point, I think I expected everybody, whatever account you have picked and you have used it to refer people, you should be able to pick a reasonable package. And then you still make money based on the percentages, on the volume. If it's 15 years, 100% spread to the calculation, to the percentage on the uni level. Look at it. 10% on $1,000 is $100. Level 2 10% are 7% on $100 on $1,000 is $70 in that order, compressing down. Then till you go down. Now, level 2, excuse me. Now, if you are staking the percentage given, look at it. It's a calculation based on staking 1,000, level 1, level 2, up to level 3. Okay, 100 is cost to this, and okay, just calculating the percentage. You make 10%, but there's something I need to quickly that I want to wrap up to, so that because I think the aspect that is very more technical, I'm done with them. So I want to rush to, so that everybody go home with this mindset now. Please note that there's a condition attached. What's the condition attached? If a new person is coming, enlighten him. As he's starting, make sure, as people are staking, you should be able to have volume 2 on the physical hub, like the blockchain tech, the head tech, and all of that. Because if you have more volume from the staking volume, what will be counted for the volume, both on the profit you are making on the unit level and then on the ranking, is going to be 50%. The remaining volume will not be wiped off. Sapphire have been the system of not wiping off volume, but you'll be looking at the volume very big and it may not benefit you. Now, I think at this point, anyone who must have really seriously built his Sapphire should like do like this, and turn this way and say, I am wonderful. Why? You have built money ahead of your time. Because imagine you have 1 million volume now. Even when the additional 1 million volume is coming from the staking hints, you are still in order. Because it's going to be useful for you. Excess money is coming. Okay, so unit level, you still make so about 10%, 7%, 5%, and you know what it requires you at this point. I'm sorry if you are new, you may have to ask your leader, what does it require me to make level 1, level 2, because of the requirement of what I need to pick. Now, this is very vital, like I've just explained, for your ranking career. If you're on Ruby, look at what it says. In order for the volumes taken to be fully counted towards reaching the career level, the volume from product sales in each own distribution line to infinity through products such as the Zinc Hub, Fiber, etc. must be at least 50%. So you must balance the equation. So if you have excess volume, let's say what volume you have gathered in your Sapphire all time you are building your Sapphire system was 50,000 euro volume, performance volume. And now, staking now is coming like pure water. And then it has got into 300,000. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have a new job. And what's the job? The excess volume, what will be counted is out of the 3,000, 50,000 to counterbalance the 50,000 you have before. Whatever level you can take it to, maybe Sapphire, it takes you there. Now you'll be seeing additional 250,000 volume that is not counting you, that will have taken you to double Sapphire. But because of this other volume, that means what do I need? You now need to build your system from selling hub, building your ecosystem to sell hub. Now, what wisdom will I use? Right now, everyone who is coming, you should be able to sell this to him. Look at it. You should be able to, very simple, sell this to the person. That's number one. That's number one. And number two, by selling this to him, he invariably needs to pick a hub. Now, when he picks a hub, the coin that is minting is Zinc. Now, that every auto compounding that is happening, the ripple effect of it is that apart from his making more volume of the percentage, the coin he's minting to is appreciating. So you have to, everybody have to go back home and study how to derive a simple presentation on how to marry this as internal economy of scale. If not, you will see that you will say, Ambassador now have become a double diamond. In a short time, they say it's a black diamond. You see, not just last week, because the volume was excess before. Now, when the additional one just come, it just wrap up everything. And that's where we are going to. So very quickly, before I summarize here. Now, so please, when you are having staking volume coming, endeavor to have your hub too. coming in. You just do an example of this. After now, you can download this and read more. I only want to do another effect. The same thing on the global pool earning. The total sales and the volume that counted, total sales and the volume that counted, 10% of it is still taken and then share as a global pool. Of course, whatever is your rank is still what you are going to earn. Say, staking in volume is counted along with the total product and hardware sales for the 10% of the bonus. Please don't think that if the volume we sell on the staking is 1 billion, we're still going to use the derivation of the style of, okay, 50% here, 50% here, join, and then what is the 10% added? Now you can see we're going to make more money. Even we're going to make more money. So it is time to start looking on how to get to the next rank. You are taking volume of coins and you are making more money, and then you are building your ecosystem to make more money. And that's enough and excess money to come. See, the volume of the rating refer to the different staking period. 1 year is 20%, 3 years is 40%, and then 5 years is 60%, 10 years is 80%, while 50 years. So meaning every 60 years taken, the total volume count for what is paid out in the reward system. But the other one, 1 year is 20% that's collected, part of it, and all of that, which is not part of that, your whole 50%. I mean, if your 50%, imagine if the total volume is 1 billion volume and 20% is taken from there, that 20% even may not count for you because you still have volume to balance of your hardware sales. So ladies and gentlemen, at this point, this is a derived and a stem of what we say, opportunity meet with readiness. If you are not always awake for opportunity, they will always pass you by. But I know definitely, it is not enough to be in Sapphire. It is important to pick everything. Ladies and gentlemen, noise and news are related, but they are not of the same father. Thank you very much. Ambassador.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. This was where this is a detailed, well researched and delivered, the goods delivered. Thanks so much, and thanks for diplomats. We have 35 now. That means half of those who joined us at the beginning have gone. Now we have these people. Okay, let me quickly stop the recording. Okay.